In these 3 chess games, I'm showing you how to make a good plan in chess, together with explaining move by move and giving you lots of tips to improve your chess. Enjoy! Let's go! First game. I have the black pieces and... oh, d4. Okay. I always struggle to play against the move d4. I don't know if it's also for you. I think it's an annoying opening to play against. Okay, my opponent is playing knight here. I'm not going for the queen's gambit with the move c4. So I'll go for the center with the move d5. Now I have to be a little bit careful. What? Okay, this is the most passive approach I've ever seen. Look at this bishop, he's already crying inside the box because it's blocked. Cannot go out, cannot enjoy. It's like you know, it's like when it's summer and you have an allergy. All your friends are going out to play and you are stuck inside. Ah, bad allergies. Okay, let's... instead I will bring my bishop out, you know, because my bishop doesn't have allergies. He's a lucky man. Okay, we're now gonna push the pawn, and then we will probably push the pawn on c5. What I'm doing right now is that I just want to have a nice development with my pieces. My opponent is doing something very smart. It's basically challenging my bishop. Now the question is, do I go here, do I go there, or do I stay where I am? I could go here, but then f3, this g4. My opponent is taking lots of space. Not sure where they are going to castle, though, because this bishop... okay, they could play this, and castle. So either I go here or I stay where I am. What to play? Okay, I think we can just develop pieces. Bishop here looks good, or bishop here looks better. Yeah, bishop here looks perfect, perfectly placed. And if my opponent wants to take, go ahead. Yes, you take. It's good, but also not such a big deal, right? Okay, now 2 pawns are under attack, but it's enough to defend one of them. This one, it's going to be fine. Because this one cannot be taken. You see the trap? If knight takes, we take, queen takes. Oh no, my pawn! But then we give a discovery check. And this... okay, my opponent is really hungry for bishops, because he's moving the knights 50 million times just to take all my bishops. But I don't think I'm going to let this one be taken, because this one is the protector of all the dark squares that are a bit weak right now. So I need that bishop. So that bishop, you're not going to get it. A good bishop is the one that's of the opposite color than the pawns that are blocked. So this bishop is quite good, right? Let's make it in green. Perfect. Now we develop. So in this video, what I want to do, okay, I'm developing all my pieces. Okay, this we have learned already. You develop, you castle, great. But what's next? Because this has been one of the most tough theme for myself to understand in chess. And that's why I'm doing this video about this. So how to make a plan? How to make a plan? First of all, you have to understand the position you're in. How to understand the position? Look at the pawn structure. The pawns are the soul of the game. They give you so many information. For example, I have 2 double pawns right here and the pawns are blocking the center. So what could be a reasonable plan? First of all, we have the open e-file as well. So we might want to use this fact by improving our pieces and then one day try to get rid of this pawn by playing the move f4. That's why here I'm slowly improving all my pieces. I will go back with my bishop here because it's a nicer square. I'm controlling this one. Then I will go with the knight here, with the other knight here. I will bring the rook to the open file. Now the question is which rook to bring, because should I bring this rook here or the other rook? This is an important question to ask. I think I will bring this rook here because I really like the idea of going for f4. This breakthrough looks fancy. Also, one day maybe I can go with the knight here and maybe start to push even the other pawn. Okay, so do you remember f4? Forget it. Because now there are 2 pawns controlling the square, and so it's really tough to imagine that that could work. But I see other ideas like a sacrifice. Okay, let's bring the rook. Let's get ready. Then I will go with the knight here. Also, h5, h4 is starting to be a great idea. Okay, anyway, we just improved the pieces. That's for sure good. Whoa, my opponent is getting scared. Now, how to take back? With the rook or with the pawn? Of course, if we take with a pawn, we don't take with this one because we want to take with this, so we have a good, safe pawn structure. For every file, there is a pawn, no double pawns. If we take with the rook, it's because we want to keep putting pressure on the e-file. Do we have something? We always need to consider possible sacrifices, but doesn't seem good. That's why I'm taking with the pawn. I have an amazing pawn structure, and look at this poor bishop still having allergy. Achoo, achoo, achoo. Sneezing around, not going outside at all. Poor bishop. Okay, what can we do here? I want to go all in. So, a very important rule, guys. I told you to make a plan, you have to see the pawn structure. Yes, the pawns are blocked in the center. This is called close position. And when the position is close in the center, you can go crazy on the side of the board. Even if usually they say you don't have to push the pawns in front of your king, in this situation you can. Because how are the white pieces? How are the white pieces getting to attack this king? It's so hard. So you can go all in, you can push and baby, just get everything going. You want to open file and to give checkmate. Also, I have more space, so I have more squares to go. Thanks to this pawn, I have more space. I can just arrange a huge attack, and this is what I'm doing. Let's go. We'll start with a5, and we'll play g5, king here, rook here, the other rook here, f4, like all in. One important tip that I want to give you is to avoid a big mistake that I usually have done. I would do this. I would push without having it prepared. You have to prepare the attack. You have to move the king away. You have to bring the rook. You have to bring maybe the knight to attack. And then you crush it. Because at the moment you open up the files, you want to give checkmate. You want to be ready with all your pieces. So we'll bring the rook just to be ready, and then g5, f4, this is happening. I have the feeling the best try for my opponent is to move his rook away and to run. Run with the king on the other side. Try to be safe. And maybe that's what they are trying. Okay, well, let's go. Let's see if they run. They run. They will run. They will run 100%. They will run. I feel that. But you know what? Is that we can also start to push on the other side if we don't have ideas anymore on the king side. Ooh, this knight move I really don't like. I think I can now push here. That's just great. After pawn takes, I'm taking. Of course, this is not possible. Okay, I just push here. I'm ready for it. I'm just ready because this knight was a great defender of that square, was helping the friends, you know. Okay, my opponent wants to close the position. That's why they are doing this. But the point is that the position is getting opened up. I mean, I'm taking here for sure. I'm taking you for sure. And you know, guys, you remember what I said? You gotta prepare before crushing. And I didn't prepare it so well because this rook should be here. You know, I just when I see a possibility to attack, I want to do it. But preparation is so important because then you don't have a way to go on. Okay, what can we do here? Maybe doubling the rooks. I have always to be careful about such moves. Yeah, because they're a bit annoying. I will go with the knight here. You might ask, where is the knight going? Well, that's a good question. Maybe one day I want to play the move h5 and attack, open even more files. But to do that, I cannot have my king here on the h file if I want to open the h file. So we need to prepare it. Now the king is running to the other side of the board. That's a bad boy. I'm thinking what to do here. Okay, let's bring a rook up. We can potentially double the rooks. Okay, the king is running, so I might even think about this. I will play h6 just to make it a bit more solid. Maybe that was a mistake, because now h4 looks really tempting. Really tempting. Okay, I'll play queen here, just in case. Looking at this pawn. So my opponent is clearly going to this side, right? So I think I have to change my plan. I will go to open up the queen side or the center, because now my king is safe here. Instead, the center is starting to be shaky. There we go. I love my position. It was so flexible. I had so many resources, so many ideas. Oh, but I just realized that I have few time. Okay, good. If we take, the bishop could take. Not such a big deal. Okay, I'll play bishop here. Looks fun. Looks fun because if we trade, the position is going to open up. And this bishop is not so bad anymore because he's actually a good defender. He's doing a good job defending the friends. I will go here with my rook. Bring the rookie. Bring it. This knight is so sad. Oh my god. Bring some flowers. That poor boy. Okay, great. I'm moving the king away from the g file because if there is a file that is going to be opened, this is the h one. So the king is safer on the g file. So after h4, the h file is going to be opened. That's not good for my king. Okay, my opponent is playing with fire right now. Because this pawn can be taken. It's a free cheese macaroni. Because after bishop takes, the rook is hanging. The rook. Okay, great. We'll take here with check. If I take here, I leave a rook hanging. So we take here with check, and then we take here. We have an extra pawn, and these pawns are crushing. Look at those pieces. All the pieces of my opponent have allergies. I don't get it. They are not going outside. They are terrified of the outside. It's season. It's season. It's the season, guys. Okay, we push. Oh, no. Okay, it's fine. Because two pawns are under attack. Oh, wait. What am I talking about? This pawn is protected by the rook. Come on, Alessia. What's going on there? This knight is doing absolutely nothing. Maybe just taking a picture there. I want to give a check and get this pawn. My pawns are so strong. Oh my god. Okay, that's so beautiful. This is a dream to have so strong pawns pushed. Amazing. Now, wow. My opponent is sacrificing. Well, that's actually quite understandable. Can understand them. I'll just promote. It's lovely that this knight is controlling the square, so the rook cannot go there. And now we go. We go. Let it go. Let it go. The knight is protecting the pawn. And then we are going to give a check and promote. No, I'm kidding. We're just going to move the rook away, protect the knight, and we are promoting! 1 minute, 32 seconds. That's more than enough. Oh, they are not resigning. I thought they were resigning. Then we promote. We remove, capture. They want to test my skills. My removing skills. I'll show you. I'll show they are quite good. They are quite good. Bring the king. Ooh, let's bring the king. Attention, this is nearly checkmate. That's close. I want to give a nice checkmate. Okay, who cares? Come on. Let's just go to protect. Let's just to promote. Okay, challenge. If my opponent doesn't resign, I will have to give checkmate with just the... I cannot promote the pawns. I cannot. There we go. Let's follow the king. Let's follow the king. We give a check with the knight. Attention, attention, attention. Attention. Not such a big deal. Okay, guys, I'm sick of it. Okay, time is getting shorter. And the pawn is raw. Okay, now let's not stalemate, please. Let's bring the king. Come on. Let's go with the king. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That's checkmate. Okay, it's not just such a fancy checkmate, but we did it. New game, everybody. My opponents are starting to become stronger. I will push my rating up. Ooh, the Scandinavian. This is a bad opening. Because you bring the queen out too early. You know, the chess principles, like develop your pieces. Don't bring the queen out too early. There is also that one. And the Scandinavian is doing exactly that. Well, now my opponent played a different variation of the Scandinavian. It's called the modern variation of the Scandinavian. Because they want to take with the knight. Oh, amazing arrows. They want to take... I'm bad with arrows, guys. Spoiler. But it's life. So what we do here with white. How to make a plan. So... I don't know you guys, but I have no theory anymore here in such position. I was about to do the water gambit. We go with 2 pawns in the center of the board. Perfect. They are strong. So what I want to tell about a plan. Here, when you don't know exactly how to develop pieces, stop it. Stop it and think about all of them. So how am I going to develop? That's a good question. So I think the knight has a very natural square here, and then the bishop square. Well, the bishop could go here, or could go here, or could go here. They are very flexible, actually. They have so many squares. It depends a bit where my opponent is going to place their pieces. That is bishop g4. That is a bit annoying, because they are pinning this knight. And, you know, if I move the queen away, this pawn is unprotected and it can be taken by the queen. So this is a bit a trick that I have to watch out for. But I think I will play simply the move h3. Then develop, bring the bishop here, castle, and enjoy my advantage of space and control over the center of the board. That's great. With this move, my opponent just wants to develop a piece. That's a normal move, so we can follow our plan. Bing. Boom. Bam. This a5 doesn't look like a move. Usually, when your opponent plays a move, stop for a second. Don't go as fast as I do. And think what is their idea. But honestly, doesn't seem so scary, that pawn move, so it's all good. Now we have developed all our pieces, we have to think about the plan. This is stage number 2 of the game. What to do? We have a space advantage, as we said. What we could try to do is to trade. This is a very nice idea. Generally, when you don't know a clear plan, you have to improve your position. And in this situation, there is not a clear breakthrough that I have to do. It's not that I have to push this pawn or that I have to give checkmate. But what I have to do is to improve always my position. And we can, first of all, bring the rooks into the game. So playing queen here, bring the rook, bring the other rook. But also then you can try to trade some pieces, those smart trades. And you have to ask yourself, what is the best piece of my opponent? I think the best piece of my opponent are those 2 bishops that are very strong, controlling very nice squares. So what I would try to do is to play probably queen here and bishop here. There's a problem that the knight could go there and forcing me to trade pieces. There is also another thing that I have to say. When you have space advantage, you don't want to trade so much. So maybe I will actually be a bit more patient, move the queen here, controlling this square, and say to my opponent, no, you're not going to go with the knight here, then I bring the rooks into the game. And the problem is that my opponent has some troubles to develop this knight. Because if the knight goes there, well, then I can simply do whatever I want, because this bishop is no longer so aggressive as it is right now. So I think my opponent might go there, but that's a bit passive, because then the queen cannot move and the rooks cannot be connected. Okay, knight there, makes sense. But now I can simply go with this rook in the middle of the board on the d file. That's a semi-open file, so that's where the rook needs to go. Also, the other file is probably the e file. That's perfect. Maybe I also have a square here. No, I cannot really use the square for a knight. It's all good. But I will bring the rook to the semi-open file. Rooks are amazing in the open file, right? But if you don't have open files, so files without pawns, semi-open files are good where there is just one pawn on one side. This knight here is not such a strong knight because it's really not going anywhere. And the next move I can just say, hey, goodbye knight, go back homie. But honestly, it's not so easy to play with black because you don't have really breakthrough to attack my strong center. And how do you improve your position is fairly hard. If you move the queen out here, then my knight can go to attack and my bishop, okay, my bishop here would be hanging, but maybe I can prepare it. So it doesn't seem so easy to play with the black pieces. And here, I struggle to play this position because I don't know exactly, okay, but what exactly is my plan? I'm just improving my pieces, okay, but how do I win the game? Well, you don't win the game immediately, that's the point. You have to improve your position slowly, and for your opponent, it's so hard to make any move. I mean, it's not easy. They don't have an obvious move. We have a very obvious move, rook here, but what's their obvious move? Well, you can bring the rook on e8. Congratulations, you achieved pretty few. You can bring your rook to c8. Oh, again, you achieved quite few. Because, you know, the rook are just stuck behind the pawn, so they are not so active there. And I don't think that there is a perspective to push any of these pawns. Even if this is the plan for black, they have to try to challenge my strong center. If not, they will be in trouble. Okay, e6, I really don't like this move, because why should you push that pawn? You're just weakening the squares. You are not doing much. I mean, you are maybe avoiding me to push d5. I don't want to push d5 because the 2 pawns are very strong when they're next to each other because they control all those squares in front. Every time you push a pawn, you leave squares around weak. That's why my plan is not to play the move d5. What to play here? I think I could just say to this knight, go back, please. Thank you very much. Thank you for visiting us. And then maybe I will play move queen here. Bishop there. Now, the move e6 was so bad, really, because it weakens all the dark squares. So now it seems like so amazing to trade this bishop for my bishop here. So all the dark squares are like Swiss cheese and mental, like wiki holes. Alright, the queen there is doing, again, nothing, but the rooks are connected. At least the rook can join the semi-open d-file, so it's a good move, I think. Now, I have 2 options. Either I go with my bishop here or I play rook here. Both are very good. I will go here because, you know, it's great to trade this bishop, I think. And like this, it's forced. My opponent should have moved this rook away if they didn't want to trade this bishop, so they could have gone here backwards. Right now, they cannot because the bishop is pinned. Not they lose the rook. So this pawn is now attacked twice and protected twice. So no problem. We can simply take. I mean, we don't have to take, but we can take. If not, what do we do? We can also improve just this. Okay, I will just improve this. Again, it's much harder for my opponent to make a move than for me. So that's great. And they cannot get out of this problem that I'm going to trade a bishop. Queen d7, what are they doing? I mean, this pawn is attacked now 3 times, but there is a queen. I mean, if you take, you don't want to give away the queen to win a pawn. So, again, not such a convincing move. But how do we keep going? I'm thinking if we can activate the queen, just to say boo to my opponent. Scare them. I think like this queen move looks really great. I would love that they trade. I would love them to trade. Because like this, the queen is here, and I'm very close to give checkmate. Knight here, get rid of this knight, and give checkmate. And how to get rid of the knight? With the other one, right here. So that would be really annoying for my opponent. The other knight is trying to defend, but this invites my knight to the party. To a very nice party. I like it. I really like it. I think I'm doing it, yes. The queen is under attack, the queen needs to be moved, and then I can simply take. I'm still like not winning, right? It's not that I have a winning position, but I'm putting lots of pressure. In such a situation, I don't have to trade too many pieces. That's really important, because every time I trade, I help my opponent, because they have so few space, you see? They are struggling with the space, so I have to trade just at a very, very perfect moment for me. I'm thinking, how do I keep putting pressure? I could push this pawn, but I want to like keep an eye on the move knight here, because this move is annoying. It's attacking my bishop and is forcing me to take. And also it's attacking this pawn, so maybe I play the move g4 just to stop it. It's true that I'm weakening this file quite a lot, but you know, it's maybe worth it. Maybe worth it, because in case a queen gets there, right now the queen cannot get there, well, I will play the move f3 and close the diagonal. But the upside is quite big. Okay, the knight is going back. Yeah, now my opponent is smart. They want to trade this knight, and then bring the queen here and exploit the weakness. It's a great idea. But you know what I'm doing? I know! That's great. Okay, I'll take here. It's time. It's time to take. That's a huge upside. Because after king takes, I can finally play bishop here. Or even e5. Oh my god. So many good moves. Okay, I love this. I love this idea. So basically, after knight takes, I'm taking here. And I'm attacking this bishop. You might say, wait, the bishop is hanging, Alessia. No, because I'm also attacking this one. So after knight takes, pawn takes. Sorry, knight takes, pawn takes. If the bishop takes my free bishop, I take 1, and then I take 2, so I win a piece. So taking here is really not good, because after pawn takes, I'm attacking 1 and 2, and if this knight moves away, I'm taking this bishop. So that's very bad. They can't take. And, well, this knight is pinned, eh? Ooh, okay, smart idea. They are attacking my queen. The queen needs to move away. I think I will keep my queen here. It's like still very close to the party, still attacking this knight, and still this knight cannot be taken. Now this bishop is even protected, and maybe one day I will push g5. Maybe my opponent will play the move g5 themselves. But you see, they are weakening. They are weakening every move. They are creating weaknesses. Now all the squares are really quite weak. I'm going back here. Still this knight cannot be taken. It's true that I cannot take no longer with the queen, but after bishop takes, I take first here with check with the pawn, and then I take the bishop. So again, there are 2 pieces under attack, and black cannot protect them both. This is game over at high level. At this level, you can still play on a bit. Maybe they will just resign. I don't know. Ooh, they take the rook, but that's not helping so much. I'm taking here first, just to make sure that I'm winning the piece. King will take, and then I take back the rook. All good. And there we sign. GG's! I hope you enjoyed this video and all the tips to make a good plan in chess. Remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and you might want to check out the secret to improve your chess. A very nice video. Bye!